Hi everyone, it's Peggy Merwin with Stamp with Peggy. Today is Monday, March 6th. Can you believe it already? February's gone and we're already at the 6th. I had a fabulous weekend. I got to spend the whole weekend with 60-ish fabulous women, and we stamped all weekend long. Hi, Roseanne. So it was just fabulous. We held our 17th annual Stampin' Sisters retreat this past weekend at the Hilton Garden Inn in Rockford, and it was fabulous. I posted on my blog today some of the pictures, and I'll be doing that throughout the week. One of the project groups, we do like 8 classes at this event. And so each class is 4 to 6 cards, usually, sometimes boxes for the cards to go into. We did a flip, or kind of a, what do they call it? Never-ending scrapbook, mini scrapbook album, or you can make it a super special birthday card for someone fabulous. But we also did some Easter packaging. And this was kind of, and I don't want to say it was the nightmare class, because it definitely was not. Once everybody got through the project, so I decided that one of the projects, I'm going to show you the 4 projects that we did in this grouping. But then I'm going to walk you through how to make one that was kind of the nightmare of the group, that just kind of put everybody over the top. But once they got it done, they're like, okay, that really wasn't as bad. And so I thought I would post it out so that everybody can see how to make it. I've got the measurements for those who want to make more of them. And we're going to have some fun with that. So let's see. I want to say hi. I'm seeing some Deb Kaiser's on. I think I saw Linda. We've got quite a few. So definitely make sure you say hi. Make sure that you are commenting and sharing. I love when you're tagging your friends that they need to watch. I saw some definite reminders, when I posted out the reminder last night, and some of you tagged and told people you need to watch this. Mwah. Thank you very much for that. I truly appreciate that. Okay, so I have a couple of giveaways this week. We are doing one package, actually I guess they both, no, one package of pearls and one package of diamonds or jewels, rhinestones. To those who shared, liked, commented, tagged, I put everybody's name in and do like a random name generator. Okay, and the first person is Cindy Collado. Cindy, you will get the, adhesive pearls. So I don't think I have your current address. So if you can email or message me your address, and I will get these popped in the mail to you. And the second winner gets the rhinestones, and that is Carol Beth Rhodes. Carol, I need you to do the same thing. I need you to send me your address so that I can pop this in a card and get it in the mail to you. Let's see. We are done with Celebration. Hopefully you got some fabulous things during then, because I absolutely love the products. Some of them in the very beginning did not quite look as, I don't even know what the word is, enticing, I guess, as you might think. But once we started playing with them, I mean, they were awesome. Loved the designer paper, the thanks a bunch, the owls. It was fabulous. Now we're done with that. Now we're focusing on the annual catalog and the spring mini catalog. Last week, Stampin' Up! Announced that we will be having a color refresh this year. So at the end of April, when this annual catalog is done, colors will be gone, and we'll get some new colors in the new catalog. We don't know yet what they are. We won't know that until the end of March. I get to have a preview of the new catalog at the end of March, very beginning of April. And so we will know at that time what they are. So what I'm telling everybody is, if you have colors that you can't live without, do not wait until the very end to order them. I'm guessing that once they announce the color refresh and what the colors are, that the stamp pads, cardstock refills are going to fly out the door. especially some of your favorites. So don't wait or you will miss out. There's always new colors coming that are fabulous, but if you have your all-time favorites, you need to make sure that you're stocked up on that before the end of this month would be my recommendation. Okay, there are some new online exclusives that are only available online. I am going to try to get some pictures pulled and put together kind of a little mini flyer of them. But if you go to my stampwithpeggy.com page and click on the shop now and click on online exclusives or type in the search online exclusives, the items will come up in there. There's 3 pages, including a number of kits in there. But we've had 2 items that have already gone out of stock that will be replenished, but it will be the middle of April, I think, before they're back in. So again, while supplies last are fabulous because you need to get in there and get them. Okay, let's get this down. Let's get you face down. Get me turned around here. Oh, I forgot to pull up on my computer too so that I can see. All right, here I come back up. You're going to wiggle and jiggle around here a little bit. Okay, let me get back to the top so that I can watch for any comments. Oh, well, that's good. I put my charging cord here, but I forgot to plug it into my phone so that I don't lose you partway through. Okay, and are we live now? There we go. Okay, we have a new host code, okay? You do need to try to remember to enter those in as I'm ordering some of the free giveaways and things. I saw something and I haven't really read it today that it's possible Stampin' Up! Will no longer allow me to add the host code. So I am putting it on my emails, it's on my blog, it's on my Facebook. So just make sure you're watching for that to be able to enter. Okay. This is what we're going to make tonight. It's a cute little open-ended box. There is a peanut butter egg inside. And when you pull the ribbon, ta-da, out comes the peanut butter egg. You get a fun little greeting. If you want to write a little message or who it's from, you can do that on the back of this, okay? So this is what we're going to make tonight. But before we do that, let me move that out of the way. Let me show you the other items that were in that project, okay? Here is a little mini pocket envelope. So we have a little, you can write a note on there. You can stick a gift card on there, fold some money up and, tack the money onto the back of here. You can add a small little piece of candy. It's not thick at all, but I do think that a Ghirardelli would fit down inside of there also. Okay. And then we also made this adorable little bunny box. And they got 2 little carrot chocolates to go inside. It is just a small little, what have we got? We are about a 1.5 inch square box. So it just holds, cute little table setting. You could tie a tiny little bow and stick onto your little bunny. Okay, that was one of the projects. This one was a favorite after they got through the nightmare of the other project. So again, it's like about a 3x3 box, and it opens up, and then they got a little package of jelly beans to stick inside of there. You could add some grass in there and put a bunch of little chocolates and things inside of it also. Okay, but adorable. This is all with the Easter Bunny bundle. The stamp set is not available right now, but it's not hard to fussy cut out around him. Okay, are you ready? Cheryl, I got the chocolate carrots. Where else? The dollar store. Okay, all right. So here's what we're going to make. And I did put the directions here. I'm working on a PDF that I will attach to my blog post tomorrow that will have all the measurements on it. Okay, so that you can do. You'll have the video to be able to watch for the instructions. So I'm not going to include typed out instructions. All right, but I'm going to kind of put this here so we can refer to the sizes while we're building. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with our Melon Mambo cardstock, which is 3 inches by 9 3/4. Okay, it is, I got to go this way. it's scored at 3/8 of an inch, 1 1/8. Here, let's pull this down in here while I'm talking. 3 5/8, 4 3/8, 6 7/8, and 9 1/4. Okay. Again, all the measurements will be, and I will put it also in the YouTube when I put it on there later, so you will have everything. Okay. So first we're going to take our bone folder and we're going to fold and burnish on all the score lines to make sure that it all folds up nice. And I'm going to make my paper go all crooked while I'm doing that, but that's okay. We'll straighten out, right? Okay, now we are working on the end that only has the one score line. We're not working on this end that has two, only the single side. Okay, and then I took one of our 6x8 cello bags that I use to store the kits and things in, and I cut off the seam on the side. So I just cut off like a little 1/8 of an inch, and then I cut a strip that is 1 1/4 by 7 inches. Okay, and I'm seeing some more pop in. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Donna. Thanks for joining. Okay, so now we are going to, I put a piece of tear and tape on there, and we're putting that onto the Melon Mambo. It is not attached. You do not glue it to the Melon Mambo, okay? My tear and tape is up here. We're going to take that top off, and I should have brought my pick tool over because, of course, when I'm helping the ladies at the event, I can pop that thing right off, but when I'm trying to do it on camera, it takes forever. Okay. So again, we're at the top edge. Our tear and tape is face up. We're going to wrap that cello over the top and attach it to itself. We don't want to pull it real tight because we want it to be able to move. Okay. Now I have a little piece of excess there because I wanted to make sure it was long enough. So we're just going to take our paper snips and we're going to cut that off. So basically, we created a belly band for our base. And then it just rolls around. That's what moves our pieces, okay? So it's centered in the center of this panel. And now, and I'm going to change, those of you who are with me this weekend, we had 4 pieces. I changed it to 2. So I have 2 pieces of basic black that are 2 1/8 by 5 3/4. And I scored it at 2 7/8. Okay. And then I have 2 pieces of designer paper. I used the Enjoy the Journey, which is kind of an outdoorsy, mountainy looking paper, but the opposite side has some great just background prints. Okay. So we fold it. I scored it at 2 7/8 and we fold it. Okay. The first one, we are just going to adhere it shut. Okay, so we're just going to fold it in half and we're going to squish it down good. Make sure that it's sealed really, really well. And then we're going to put one of our designer pieces, designer paper pieces on it. Okay, gives us just our 1/8 inch border. The designer papers are 2 by 2 3/4. Okay, now our other one, before we glue it shut, I have about a 3-inch piece of the black and white gingham ribbon, and we're going to adhere this on one end. That's our little pull tab. So we're going to leave out about a 1/2 inch or so. Okay, and I kind of left it so that I could make sure that they adhered to the paper really well. And then we're going to go ahead and seal this one closed. Ooh. And I just got stickies all over there. All right, so now we're going to fold that in half. And again, we're going to use our bone folder to make sure that it all sticks really, really well. And then we're going to put our second piece of designer paper on top of that. I like to make sure that the edges definitely have enough adhesive on it. Because it's a moving part, it's going inside. It could be bumping the other cardstock. Okay, so you want to make sure it doesn't pull it up as you're pulling out. All right, now we are going to take another piece of tear and tape. You don't want the tear and tape to hang over the cello. If it does, you need to make sure that you trim it a little bit because otherwise it's going to stick to your Melon Mambo. Okay, so we're just putting a piece over the top of where the other one is and peel off our topping. And then we're going to take this one with the ribbon. We're going to turn it face down. So our designer paper is to the Melon Mambo. We're going to center it and we're going to attach it. And it just went crooked. There we go. Okay. So this is what we have right now. And if we pull it, it slides that cello. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to flip it and this flap, we're going to put tear and tape on there. Again, you can use any adhesive, but you definitely want to make sure it's strong. I would go to at least Seal Plus, tear and tape, and I know a lot of you don't like the green glue. Green glue is great for projects like this also. Tear and tape is great because you don't have the extra mess. All right, you're going to peel your top off there. Now we're going to lay it again. So here's the piece we just did. We're going to center it back in that panel. We're going to fold this. This is where we just put the tear and tape. Okay. And then we're going to just adhere it down. Well, and Roseanne, it's also because you just made one. So you're understanding what it's doing a little bit too. But and I so apologize to everybody who was there this weekend that this was a frustrating project because once you do it, going back to do another one is so much easier. Okay, now we're going to take another piece of tear and tape and we're going to put it at the opposite end, or again, I should say, we're going to put it at the end where the ribbon is. Okay, and this time we're going to put our designer paper piece face up. Now, I did this one so that the folded edge of that long piece is over to the left side. It really doesn't matter. I just like it nice and clean and crisp since I did it with a fold. Okay, we're going to take that off, the top off our tear and tape, and then we're just going to lay this face up this time right on there. And then, look at how cool that is. Super, super simple once you understand it. All right, now we're going to finish closing our box, which means we're going to take more tear and tape. Okay, and we're going to put that on this other small flap on the opposite side. All right. We're going to take this top off. And the moving parts are just, I mean, that's what, when I saw, and I do need to give credit, I got to find my little note, to Marissa Alvarez. She is another demonstrator who I saw this. I don't think she designed it, but this is where I got my original idea, and then I changed sizes and stuff on it to make it work for what I wanted. Okay, so there we have our little flap with the tear and tape on it. We're going to fold it like into a box, but this piece is going to go underneath that black, and we're going to line the edges up to create, and look at that, it flattens down before you have any candies or anything in there. All right, Annie, it would be a beautiful place setting. Oh, if you do, I definitely want to see them. Okay, all right, so there's our box. There it pulls. So cool, right? Okay. So now we have our little peanut butter egg. I got mine at the Dollar Tree, but there's also Reese's peanut butter cups that are to die for. Okay, you can use anything, but again, I wanted to make sure that it stuck really well. And I figured when they pulled it off, they were going to eat it, and it didn't matter at that point if it tore the foil or anything. I just didn't want it to fall off as people were playing with it, because you know they're going to. Okay, so we're going to stick that on the side that does not have the ribbon, because that's the one that goes into the big opening. Okay, the one with the ribbon goes just in between layers. All right, so we're going to do that. Now we're going to decorate here. Okay, so we have another piece of basic black that is 2 1/4 by 2 3/4, and that's going to go right on here. And so we're just going to line that up like that. And then we have another piece of designer paper, and this one is 2 1/8 by 2 5/8. Again, any color. The country gingham prints would be adorable on this project also. All those little pastel colors. Okay, and so again, I've got just an 1/8 inch border. We're just going to put that on there. Then I used Melon Mambo, and I used a 3 1/4, roughly 3 1/4 inch square, and I cut the stylish shapes. And this is approximately a 2 1/8 inch piece. Okay, and we're going to put that on there, but I won't do it quite yet. That's going to go on with dimensionals. Then I used a 3 by 3 piece of basic white, and I cut a circle using the layering circles. I used my Easter Bunny stamp set. This is one long Happy Easter. I cut it in half so that I could stack it, but it's a photopolymer, so when I put it on a clear block, I can still line it up to do a long one if I want on a card or something. Okay, so now this is going to go onto the stitch circle. And then we're going to attach that to the card or the box front with dimensionals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks, Annie. And yes, Tina, you definitely need to watch this. I know Christy's probably more liable to make this one than Tina is, right? All right. There's the top. I didn't on this, but you could add a little wink of Stella. Okay. Now we need to put our little greeting inside our box. So again, I used the stylish shapes, and I used a 1 1/4 by 3 inch piece of basic white, and I stamped an Easter treat for you. And then the eggs, I just inked it up 2 different times, and I stamped that one, and then I stamped that one and colored them in with my Stampin' Blends. And I have a piece of 1 inch by 2 3/4 inch Melon Mambo. And I'm going to adhere my little banner to the Melon Mambo. There isn't a die that's bigger than the basic white, so I just mount it on the Melon Mambo. And then I take my paper snips and I snip the ends so that I have, again, my little layering borders, because you know that I love that. Okay. And then we're going to attach this, but I don't want dimensionals on this one. I do want to make sure, in fact, probably even best to use, and I didn't before, I just used the seal, but probably doesn't hurt to put on some tear and tape to make sure that that sticks down well inside the box. And Deb, you think it's easier now too after you watch the video, right? Okay, so just imagine, I mean, you could do this for birthday favors and have it pop out happy birthday and put some kind of fun little chocolate or other kind of treat inside. Or, oh, this could be fun. I'm trying to think how you might attach it, but we could adjust the size, and for little boys, we could put Hot Wheels, or little girls, but we could put a Hot Wheel. We could make this thicker, and we could put a Hot Wheel inside so that when it pulls out, there's a Hot Wheel little gift inside. That would be a fun party favor, right? Okay, we are going to attach this onto there, and then It tucks inside. There's our cute little box, and they go, oh, well, how do I get it out of there? Ta-da! Isn't that fun? Okay, and I should have said, one of the reasons why we doubled this is for a little added strength because we've got the weight of our chocolate on there. Okay, isn't that fun? Okay, Jackie, you need to make some of these for the kids. They would have a blast, wouldn't they? I'm trying to think, what other kinds of things could we put on there? I might have to do that. I might have to go hit the dollar store in the little toy section and see what kind of little fun goodies we can find to tuck inside of one of these. I mean, you could make it big. You could make it wider. That would be such a blast. All right. So for those of you who were at retreat with me, I am so sorry that you felt stressed by this project. It is definitely worth it when you get it done. And hopefully watching the video and having the measurements to be able to make more of them will help you feel more comfortable with this project. And I should probably do this so that you can again see the host code on this. And that's everything for tonight. Look at that, 25 minutes, even talking through the different parts of it. And we made this adorable little thing. All right, small bags of M&Ms. Yes, that would be cute. Let's see what else you got in here. And of course, it only lets me see a few right now. But, okay, so that is everything for this week. You guys have a fabulous week. I will be busy designing for finishing up the last two classes that I didn't get done for February. I'll get those done in the mail to you in the next couple of days. And then I am designing for Cabin Fever. So if you missed the Stampin' Sisters retreat this past weekend, timing didn't work or you didn't know about it, it will be next year, March 1st through the 3rd, I believe it is. It's the first weekend in March. But before that, I have Cabin Fever coming up on April 1st. It is a one-day kind of mini retreat, stamp camp, that we will be doing 3 different projects during the day from 9:30 until 3 or 9 to 3, something like that. And then there are also add-on classes that you can do in addition to if you're especially a very fast stamper and you want a little bit more to do. That's the thing for you to do. So that will give you something to hold you over for now until it's sign up time for next year's Stampin' Sisters retreat. Everybody have a fabulous week. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I will see you next Monday. Bye-bye.